https://discord.gg/flat-earth. Welcome to 24/7 Flat Earth Discord channel. Be sure to go to VC Chi Check and 1 to get your VC verification tags to get involved in the conversation about our Earth. Be sure to bring your verifiable Earth curvature evidence, though.
Enemy spotted.
Finger. Last person I'm clipping that burps on the stream.
Drace, is that on for long, bro? Or was it just a clip? Because this guy's wanted to just be checked in the live stream. If you want, it's up to you, or do you want to play the clip?
Oh, this is a short clip from Wave Mixer.
Oh,
Just filling the gap. So please go on.
Cool, man. If you want to play it, sorry, man. I wasn't trying to interrupt. I wasn't sure if you thought it was
it's
just
cool, bro. It's cool. We've played it a few times. It was just something to fill the air.
Well, Finger. Oh shit! I need to unmute you. 1 second, pal. Come on, it's pure slow as fuck on the phone, man. Jesus Christ. Right, I've got him. Right, Finger, you should be unmuted, my friend. Hello, my friend. Right, welcome to the server again, bro.
Thank you. I feel very welcome.
Yeah, cool, bro. So, what did we start with? Like, what did I ask you to begin with? How you found us? You said it was just on a different server, but it's cool, ain't it? Oh, it was the Vanity link.
Yes, the Vanity link.
Which is cool, man. Yeah, we got a lot of people following that. But so, what made you even search for Flat Earth? Why is it even a topic in your mind?
Well, I've always been interested in theories, just like in general, and I've stumbled upon Flat Earth, and I think it aligns with some of my ideologies already. So I was just wondering if I could learn more and see if it really fits for me.
I mean, when you think of like a flat Earth, what comes to your mind? I mean, do you think of like the disc sort of concept, which makes people think of water sort of pouring off the edge? We kind of started this and I asked you about the Flat Earth Society and checking. So like when a lot of people think of Flat Earth, like they do sort of conceptualize it to this disc idea. Like, does that come to your mind, or?
Yeah, I think that would make the most sense.
I mean, are you religious at all? Is that like from the Bible at all? Is that what?
Actually, I think maybe the Earth could be like it was flat, but more so like a bowl, like how it's covered off at the ends by the atmosphere, maybe.
I mean, as far as we are, like, I could speak sort of collectively for flat earthers in general. I would say, as far as we're concerned, the Earth is moving. Like, we don't experience motion. There doesn't appear to be any curvature. Then you've got obviously almost 3/4 of the Earth's surface is water. Water's always trying to find its equilibrium, and it lays flat when it's not been moved. So if most of the Earth's surface is covered in water, then not even that, like all the flat places all over the world, Kansas and the Bolivian salt flats all over the world, there's flat places, Australia. So that's basically, when we say flat, we're not really talking about a shape. We're just sort of describing the Earth's surface. So as far as we're concerned, there is topography, there's hills, mountains, valleys, but there's no curvature, no convexity.
Yeah.
So that's really all we're saying, bro. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand that.
Cool, man. So, like, there is some banned subjects in the server as well, like especially the topic of the most people's mind, the COVID sort of discussions. They are a banned subject in here completely. Stuff about vaccine, transgenderism, any of these divisive subjects that make people get emotional, as well as the first subject can literally get the server shut down. So just we avoid these discussions in the server. There's a million places to have them, and it's just not here. It is a Flat Earth server, so we just stick to Flat Earth, especially in the live stream, bro. On a Sunday, we do have Speculation Sunday, where some of the more, like, the different ideas, the unverifiable ideas about Earth, like domes, and like there's a lot of like hypothetical stuff out there. So you'll get Speculation Sunday for that as well. That's sometimes a good conversation. Apart from that, there is a bot, Mind It, certain keywords, the topics I just told you, as well as swear words. We're no snowflakes, but if we never had a bot, it would just be obscenities constantly from the trolls. So you'll get caught out with the bot. It'll just detain you for a couple of minutes. If you do, it'll let you back out again. But apart from
Okay.
that, man, I'll give you a roll, and that's you sorted. Welcome to the server.
Thank you.
Well, obviously, you know you are being recorded in here, and it is streaming
Yep.
to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, DLive, Facebook, so I've said that, and Rumble as well now. So you'll be able to get the live stream in any one of those platforms.
I understand.
And I'll send you some resources to your DM.
Okay, thank you. I will study
Yes.
these.
You got any questions, bro?
Okay, let me think about this for a little bit.
Yeah, of course. That's the best. The best way to
Uh,
formulate a question is to think.
Old dude just welcomed me. Thank you, old
Hey, man.
dude. Hold on.
I thought another fellow Scotsman, old dude.
Okay. My first question would probably be, is there any, like, you said there's a general consensus on what all flat earthers tend to think the earth is shaped like. Is there any
No,
other,
I'm
like, is that what you said?
No, I was saying that we can all agree that the earth will move in, and there doesn't appear to be any shape, any convexity, any curve.
Yeah.
So that's what we can all agree on. There is people who believe in domes, and then ice wall, more land, more terrain. Like there is a lot of other ideas. They, as I said to you, they get discussed maybe on a Sunday more so, but we really just deal with the brass tacks, the nuts and bolts here. What's like verifiable, measurable, observable, testable, repeatable. So you'll hear real in-depth conversations in the live stream.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I've been thinking about it for a little bit, and I think that I would probably like a dome more. I think a dome fits a lot better.
Well, that kind of makes sense. A lot of ancient civilizations, they've all kind of depicted the Earth in the same as like some kind of enclosed sort of, again, dome coming from the Bible. Werner van Braun, we were talking about that just a little while ago, that on his tombstone he mentions a psalm, it's got the mentioning the firmament, the dome above our head. So it does, I mean, it makes sense, and we need containment for pressure as far as we trying to cover your mic before you cough your lung out.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying it's alright, bro.
I just had a bit of a cough lately.
That's alright. Hopefully it's not a cough that we're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to educate me more on this matter and I could possibly debate in the future, please.
Whoa. Oh, that's fighting talk, bro.
Fighting talk. Yeah. I'm not much of a fighter, but I am much of a talker.
But you want to debate for the globe? Is that what you're thinking? Do you want to debate for?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I just want to develop more into this theory.
Bro, it's the most outlandish thing you could ever look into. Once you actually dig into the nuts and bolts, as I was talking about, it is ludicrous, man. You're meant to be barreling multiple different vectors, so basically directions, at millions of combined miles per hour through a vacuum without containment. We're meant to believe the entire vacuum of space somehow supports this tiny speck of pressurized gas.
Yeah. Well, by debate, I don't mean anything in like a fighting tone. I just wanted to gain more information so I could have my own questions.
Well, that's what we hope for, man. That's all we can ask for.
So, like, is there like where do I start here? Like, what's some of the main like ideologies of this?
I mean, we're not into ideologies here, as Grace was saying just a minute ago.
I mean, like the technicalities.
No, well, I was just saying.
Ideology means?
Huh?
Do you understand the word ideology? The definition of that?
No. Not really. What does it mean, really? I'll look it up.
I recommend you do
that. Okay, yeah, I just mean more than technicalities, okay?
Like the logistics of the Earth.
Yes,
like,
logistics.
We don't know what the shape is. We don't think it's moving. Nah, I mean, flat's not a shape, bro. We just, most of the
Yeah.
Earth's surface is covered in water, so we know how water behaves. So if we can say most of the Earth's surface is covered in water, so that's a good pointer towards the Earth not being a sphere.
Yeah.
And then you're not moving. And then you've got 88 constellations revolving as they always have done before they were named.
Yeah.
The stars, I thought they used to be really important to humanity. Now we're all stuck to our screens and we're all indoors. Before there was stories and legends and myths all made about whatever
Yeah.
these things are above us. We don't know what they are, but they're definitely not rocks flying through a vacuum. And we're not a rock flying through a vacuum either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Is there any accurate visual depiction yet of what it could be, possibly?
Well,
Because
the
I
main
think I
thing,
do learn better with visuals.
I mean, if you need a concept plan, I mean, there's lots of maps. They're claimed to be globe
Oh,
projections.
maps. I'll check this out.
Use the hashtags if you know how to do that in Discord. Just put hashtags. I'm sure
Yeah, I
there's
see
a
the
map.
hashtag maps right now. I'm checking that out.
But again, we're not able to verify these maps like
Population
100%.
density of Central America. I like that. These are very fun maps. So
There's a
what would
good,
be this? The center country would be Greenland or the North Pole? Or what would be the North Pole?
well, we're looking at the North Pole to be the centre where all compasses point, where all the constellations, at least in the northern hemisphere, they all revolve around the central point. So,
Yes.
and anywhere south is basically as far as we've been taught and told in the videos we see of these supposed ice walls. And then Antarctica is supposedly, on average, the highest continent. So this barrier or shoreline, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows, man? We're not allowed to go below the 60th parallel, north above it, or below the 60th south.
Do you guys know any Greek mythology?
Some people will, man.
I've been reading up on some Greek mythology, and it doesn't really have to do with this exactly. I was just bringing up a topic. You know the Tumessian fox?
No, really.
Well, the Tumessian fox is just it's a mythological story about how a fox and a dog are chasing each other till they both die. It's an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. And I'm not much of a debater, but I think that perfectly describes most of my conversations with most of the people on Discord. Not you guys, but just most of the people I talk to on Discord are, a bit dumb. Actually, that was a bit mean, but yeah.
Well, just, man, if you're here for any length of time and you speak to the average person that comes into the lobby, it's usually just people acting insane. We put them in rehab, try and
Yeah.
rehabilitate, bring them back to the server. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, it's quite a low, sort of lowbrow entertainment, if that's the word for it.
Yeah, lowbrow. Okay. I like lowbrow entertainment.
The lobby's basically troll for it, man. People come
Yeah.
in and they're going to say something dumb and they'll get put in the rehab sort of area.
Trolls they think they can entertain with like just shock humor in general. Like they come at you, they jab some words and they go away. They think that's entertaining, but in reality, I think the most entertaining thing in the world could just be like just a conversation. I think there's nothing more entertaining than a conversation.
We've had over the years in here, we've had some epic trolls, but I've not seen one for a long time.
Epic trolls.
Oh man, amazing! Like, cause trolling, as long as it's not there to like harm anybody, like if it's just for a laugh, if you're just I mean, I troll the trolls a little bit in CogDis in the jail.
Like, you troll them back.
Just playfully, man. Just a laugh, huh?
Yeah, just playful trolls. I see. Playful fighting.
If you play them at their own game, usually they kind of open up a little bit to you and they see you like as a fellow human being for a split second, then you might actually be able to have a conversation about the Earth and get them roles and get them back into the server.
I see. And they drop the entire the entire persona and start actually developing an interest in the theory.
Because many people have came here in raids from other servers, like Big Rust server, I think was
It's
the
not a
last
theory,
time.
Trace?
No, well, they all
Okay.
come here to raid. They come here to raid the place, and they end up hanging around because they hear the information and they realise that we're talking the truth and we're not trying to bullshit.
Yes.
And they hang around.
Okay, wait, I have a question. Why would it not be a theory if we don't really know anything about everything in our world? Wouldn't everything
Who
be a
said
theory?
that?
Drace AI said it's not a
No.
theory.
Who said we don't know?
But like, if we don't know for like complete 100% certain, then wouldn't it be a theory? It's just something that I was wondering.
It's an observation.
Observation, yes, could be a
Do you
theory.
observe it any other way?
But I thought it goes to theory once an experiment's been conducted like repeatedly and it's been like repeated tested like multiple times, then it becomes a theory as far as I know it. I thought at least. I'm sure that's
Yeah.
what Indio and I've heard what's himself say that there was a conversation I think with AI possibly was there in Indio.
Yeah.
Usually when Indio usually he's fucking right.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Oh, so yeah, if you measure the ground, then yeah, that would make it not a theory.
No, but
Okay,
it's not a science question, man. Like the shape of the Earth's more of a geometry question, and then it would deal with
Mhm.
measurement, and there's no measurements for the Earth. There's calculations.
Yeah,
But
I understand.
they put the ISS up in space, and they put Sputnik up, and they put all these different things, thousands of satellites up there, but
Mhm.
they're working on a radius that was gathered by a guy who put some sticks in the ground thousands of years ago. That's what they're launching satellites into space using that radius.
Wait,
Like there's nobody
can you
actually.
explain more on the guy putting specs in the ground? Wait.
No, it's a guy called Eratosthenes or Eratosthenes, and he put some. Well, he saw a shadow down the bottom of a well, supposedly, and then he saw it a different time. And he saw the shadow a different place, so he decided to, I think, construct his thing with these sticks. I don't know how many sticks he used, but he supposedly calculated the radius of the Earth by the differences in the angles of the shadows. But
Whoa.
even Neil deGrasse Tyson himself, he even says that it doesn't prove one way or the other. It doesn't prove a flat Earth, doesn't prove a globe Earth. It works
Yeah.
on either. So it could work with a distant and a vast sun or a small local sun, like what we see. It appears that the sun and moon are a lot closer, going by the localized illumination on the clouds when we see the sun in the day or we see the moon in the night time. You can see how close what parts of the clouds are lit up. It's obvious it's a lot closer than what they say.
Yeah.
I'm interested in your opinion
In my opinion, on what?
on where we live.
Yeah,
We
no.
live. Wait. What do you mean? Can you explain? I'm
where
hearing.
Where do you think you live?
I think I live here, where I am. I don't
Yeah.
understand your question.
Are you on
What is-
a ball? Are you on a flat surface? Where are you?
Well, that's why I came here. I wanted to discuss. I wanted to see.
But you don't. Do you have an opinion though? That's what I'm asking.
Well, I can formulate an opinion if once I hear more. See, my entire
What's
life I
your-
can hear
what's
one
your
thing,
original-
and hey, wait, listen.
What's your original opinion though? Like what?
But my original opinion doesn't matter if I'm willing to change it. Okay, so wait, listen. So I've you know how mostly everybody has spent their entire life learning that something is one thing, but if they choose to go out their way and try and look into see if it's another thing, then they can change their opinion.
But do you know about the other thing, though? Do you know about the globe at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was asking. So what's your opinion on it?
On the globe? Well, I don't know. I know
What do you mean you don't know?
a lot of things about globes. And I know a lot of things about how stuff works around the globe, but I think that what you guys have said, it could work for both. Like with the Eratosthenes experiment, works the same on both models.
Well, do you know about that, what he did, or just from what Spake said?
I think, I actually learned a little bit of it before once, but I don't remember it exactly. He put 2 towers to prove that something with the shadows. That's all I remember.
So how do you know it's not? How do you know it would work on both if you don't know anything about it?
Because of what you guys are telling me. I'll look further into it later, but that's just what I'm hearing.
Okay, so you don't know that it would work on both.
Well, I'd have to look into that further.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I was just going to look into that further.
So what do you know about the globe then? So to actually make an informed opinion that the flat Earth information could be correct and the globe could be wrong.
Excuse me, say it again?
Well, in order to make an opinion, you need to know about both. Yeah?
Yeah.
So if the globe says something and then that doesn't make sense, then you can go and look at the flat Earth opinion on it and see which one suits better.
I see.
Correct?
Yes. That is what you can do.
So what I was trying to get out of you was information. Do you know anything about the globe? To compare.
Yes, I can compare it. I think, yes.
Okay. How big is it?
The globe?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that specifically.
So if someone says we see too far, how are you going to know if we see too far or not? If someone says we see too far, how are you going to know if we see too far or not?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding.
Do you know what a curve is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So on a ball, you'd have drop over distance curvature, correct?
Yes.
So if someone says you see too far, you'd need to know the maths to work out whether you see too far or not. Yeah.
Yeah. But what is this about seeing too far? What do you mean, like looking into the distance?
Yeah. Like if the Earth truly is a sphere, like what they say, then the point where the claimed geometric horizon would be the point where the Earth drops down and away, where you can no longer see any further. So if you can work out your elevation, your distance to a specific marker out there, some kind of landmark out in the sea, some buoy or whatever, you can work out if you can see too far. That's what my friend was trying to say.
Yeah, I get, yeah.
So, like, we always try to tell people to do this for themselves. Like, if they feel that strongly about it, don't just believe people, because there's many people in the server that they've done these tests. T himself, he's got a P100 or a P900 or P1000, I think. But have you, Tim? You have, yeah? I don't know if he's still there. But yeah, man. We always try and tell people don't believe us. Don't believe them either. Definitely don't believe them, but take what we say with a pinch of salt and try and verify what you need to verify wherever you need to verify it. Back it up if you care that much.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll look into that further. You said how far you could see what was it? The geometric
The
marker?
horizon.
Like,
I
yeah,
mean,
geometric
the
horizon.
geometric horizon. So, like, if we're on the sphere of a specific size that they've given us a specific set of dimensions. So you can work it out. There's curve calculators online. You can go on Google, just put Earth curve calculator, and then
Mhm.
you just plug in your details, your elevation, whatever the refraction indexes or whatever. I've never done it myself, but Mick West, he's a good flat Earth debunker. He'd be a good curve calculator for you to get. Metabunk, that's his website.
What's the website? Can you send it to me?
Metabunk, metabunk.com, metabunk.com. But he tries to debunk literally every conspiracy theory there is, every single one.
Oh, really?
He's been in here a couple of times.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we've had quite a few sort of what you would call biggish people in here, man.
Who's the biggest person you've had in here?
Well, I mean, when I say biggest, I mean like most well known, probably flat earthers. Dave Murphy, Durf, Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole. What's his name? That guy Bassano. Oh man, there's been loads of people in here. Then you've got like
Has there ever
the
been
gut.
any like big celebrities?
Nah, well, what celebrities wants to point the finger at themselves to be a flat earther? Like, there is
Yeah,
a
I
few,
get that.
even more, but like it's a point of ridicule, man. Like flat Earth is like the lowest intelligence rating, like in the media. If you're sitting arguing, say on some Reddit post, and you're a flat earther,
Yeah.
like, you're just completely discredited. You could say that water makes things wet, and people are not going to believe you just because you're a flat earther.
Mm-hmm. So there's a bit of a stigma.
Of course, stereotype, preconceived notions. People come in here thinking that we believe in the disk idea that's accelerating upwards, the flat Earth society nonsense. They say that all the rest of the planet spheres, but we live on a disk, and there's no gravity in their model because the ground is accelerating upwards at the 9.8 meters per second squared, the
Mhm.
supposed rate of things falling. So you don't need gravity in their model. But they also say Australia doesn't exist. I'm sure Timbo assert that he does exist. Definitely, Australia exists. We've got staff from the island.
Yeah. I just saw in the live stream voice text that Millie Bobby Brown is a flat earther.
Who?
Do you think you could get her into this server at some point?
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
From Stranger Things. Have you seen Stranger Things?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Well, it's a pretty big show.
Netflix.
Hello, Batman.
Yeah, I made her a song.
Oh, really?
Sent her on Twitter or X, and because
Can
I'm
I hear
unverified,
it?
you can't see me. Yeah, I could play you a little bit. It has her admission about being a flat earther in it.
Is it?
I really like. I'm not critical of music, but I'm very passionate about it. So I really like to hear that.
Well, it's not good.
That's okay.
Man, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. I want to hear it though. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm finding it. I'll throw it on my soundboard.
Awesome. Well, soundboard. Wouldn't that only play a couple seconds? 5?
No, it's not Discord soundboard. It's
Oh,
my
okay.
soundboard, so I can play whatever I want.
That's pretty awesome.
Does it just pick up with your mic, Trace, or you got a channel running?
Me?
No, Trace.
It takes over my mic, so you can't hear me while it's going. That's how I can play McLoon.
Cool.
Nice.
Hello, I am MC Loon. I am known for struggling with flat Earth. And oh boy, have I struggled. At first, I thought the horizon was geometric, the leading edge of a sphere, a water hill, if you will, that the distance to the horizon would always match the globe.
Remember this, belly laugher.
Yeah, we're not to the theory yet, Witsit. We got to do the hypothesis, but we need an observed phenomenon before we can do that. So observed
John,
phenomenon, please.
magnetism.
Okay. Dependent variable.
Really?
Magnetism.
The manipulation of electrical current.
So just one at a time. Dependent
Sounds
variable.
electrical.
What's the phenomenon?
I just said magnetism. Oakley, catch up.
So we're going to establish with science the cause of magnetism then.
You're getting there. Introduction of electrical current, IV. So the dependent variable is magnetism. The independent variable is the introduction of electrical current.
So if electrical current, then magnetism.
That's right. You can manipulate a magnetic field, right, with electric current.
I understand. That's really interesting. So,
yeah,
supposition is if electrical field, then magnetism.
Yeah. So there's
yes. So absolutely and precisely nothing to do with ether then in this hypothesis.
Not only that, there's nothing to do with coherency.
Out of his own fucking mouth.
Look at that.
Yeah, I can play the song for you if you like.
Well, if you just send it to my DMs, I could remix it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Did you see that? I tagged you in the live stream voice text finger of when you're
yeah.
anything. See, when you're in the VC, it's advisable to be in the text channel because you'll see like a running commentary or anything to do with what's getting discussed. So that's the Black Swan image. So where would you say the horizon is on that image if you take a look?
I think the horizon would be like right where it starts getting pure yellow. Yeah, there's a line there. Wouldn't that be the horizon?
So in relation to the oil rigs, where would you say the horizon is at?
It's past the oil rig.
For sure. I mean, according to the globe numbers, if you work it out with that parabola formula, I don't know if you're into your maths, but literally that horizon, that geometric horizon should be before the first oil rig. Never mind possibly 10, 15, 20 miles beyond the second one. So that just that image alone is called the Black Swan, because if one Black Swan's seen, then you can arrest without burping through the microchip.
Sorry.
Take it, you're not listening, bro. You're just like burping.
Mute yourself when you do that.
Okay.
People have gotten banned for doing that.
I'm sorry.
That means you're not actually listening to what's getting fucking said to you.
It's just I'm drinking vitamin water right now, and it makes me burp a lot.
So you would deliberately drink juice? Well, it's getting explained to you. Like the Black Swan, just that one image alone destroys the globe story. If you open the horizon should be before the first oil rig, yet it is behind the second one. So just that image alone, a destruction of the globe story, man.
Yeah, I'll have to look into the Black Swan more. That seems pretty interesting. Also, Timbo Slice, are you saying that to me?
Yeah, man, obviously.
That's a bit rude.
It was a bit rude fucking burping as a mic, mate.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I couldn't help it at first.
You could. You didn't have to drink the juice that was going to cause an eruption.
It's my favorite juice in the entire world. It's vitamin water, lemonade flavor. It's like the best.
Yeah, but Steak was speaking, and so you could have muted yourself while you were having
Yeah,
it.
you're right. It's just we
that.
shouldn't really reflect on the past now, as it's already it happened, and I'm sorry for that.
Try not justify it. That's all we're saying.
I'm not justifying. I'm just saying. I'm sorry for it happening. I was saying the reason why it happened, and that's all.
It's alright, bro. But again, there is a lot of people in here. Everybody gets like a lot. If they say something, like if somebody's taking the time and the energy and the effort to explain something to you, you know, like it's a bit.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to burp in the middle of your conversations. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, this is for your benefit, bro. We have these conversations day in, day out. We already know this stuff. We've been going over it, literally, some of us for years and years, collectively, literally for decades in this place. So it is for the benefit of newcomers, people listening on YouTube. They might want to come in and ask another question because some whatever's been discussed. So this is for the listener and yourself.
Mm-hmm. Also,
And
TSUK, I don't think you should really overanalyze what I'm saying. I'm just brain dumping here, and it's sometimes I will say things that if you overanalyzed it, it could mean a different thing than what I'm actually meaning to say. I don't like your tone, so I'm not going to interact with that.
How can you get a tone from a text?
Well, it's just maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but you know.
Don't take emotions from shit said in the live stream voice text. Like if you're going to snowflake on us already, like
I'm not snowflaking. I'm not interacting with something that could be a bit negative when it doesn't need to be.
Expect for when you're going blah and belching on the mic and shit.
We're past that now. I didn't really mean to.
Expect yourself to get a little bit of being berated in the comment section. That's just we're a kind of a tight knit group where we've been, as we've said, like
Well,
for many.
There could be berating, but I just really wanted to clear it so it didn't happen again.
You'll always be remembered as the guy who burped.
Really?
Possibly, I don't know.
There's never been another burper ever.
Nah, most people fucking cover their mic, bro. It's the etiquette. It depends how long you've been on Discord, and it depends what kind of server you've been used to going into, because some of them just don't give a fuck.
Well, I've been on Discord for about 3 years.
And you've never learned microphone etiquette. That's terrible. Some folk deliberately.
I didn't really know there was a microphone etiquette. I've just been brain dumping this entire time.
Get back to Flat Earth, because it's wasting energy talking about you belching.
Okay.
So, like, get a question. You must have a question, man.
I have a question. About what? I don't really think I have a question right now. But I'd love to learn more.
Every day's a school day, bro. Every day is a school day, especially in here.
Yeah, I love school. I love being educated.
The education system's literally indoctrination. In here, it's complete.
Yeah, I get that.
Thinking. Like in school, it's a complete echo chamber. You're not allowed to. They can't teach you any other ideas about the cosmology. You've just got a set structure.
Yeah,
You've got the astrophysics. Like space literally doesn't even exist. It cannot exist. But you get a degree in.
What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.